My child, listen to me carefully. I wasn't going to tell you this yet. I had planned to wait a little longer, to let things unfold quietly. But tonight, something in your heart is asking, and you deserve to know. This moment is not random. You did not arrive here by accident. I have been watching you sit with questions you don't speak out loud, carrying thoughts you don't know who to share with. And now, before you scroll away, before you doubt why you're still listening, I need you to stay with me. Do not skip this. What I am about to say matters right now, not later. I know you sensed it. That feeling that something is happening beneath the surface. That sense that there is more going on than what your eyes can see. You have been patient longer than most. You have trusted me even when answers did not come quickly. And because of that, I am speaking now. This is not a message for everyone. This is personal. This is for you. I want you to pause for a moment and open your heart. Let your guard down. If this message is touching something deep inside you, I want you to acknowledge it. Stay connected. Like this message, as a sign that you are receiving what I am saying. Share it with 3 people who you know are also waiting, also wondering, also quietly holding on. And if your heart feels stirred, leave a comment and tell me what you're feeling. I see it all. I hear it all. My child, you have been asking, why hasn't God said anything yet? You have wondered if my silence meant no, or meant never. You have questioned if you missed something, if you waited too long, or if you misunderstood me. That is why I am speaking now. Not to confuse you, but to calm you. Not to ray you, but to steady you. You deserve clarity, and clarity begins with listening. I wasn't going to tell you because the timing mattered. I needed you to grow strong enough to carry the truth without fear. I needed your heart to be ready, not anxious, not desperate, but anchored. And you are closer than you think. The fact that you are still here, still listening, still hoping, tells me everything I need to know about your heart. Do not let distractions pull you away from this moment. Do not let doubt whisper that this is just another message. I am calling you by name in a way only your spirit understands. There is something unfolding in your life that will soon make sense, but first, you need to hear me clearly. This is the beginning of understanding, not the end of waiting. Stay with me. Subscribe so you don't miss what I will say next, because this message is only opening the door. What is coming will bring peace, not fear. Direction, not confusion. And tonight, I needed you to know that I see you, I remember you, and I have not forgotten what I promised you. My child, I see you. Not just the version of you that others notice, but the quiet one who carries questions into the night. I see the thoughts you replay when the room is silent. I see the strength you show on the outside and the weariness you hide within. You have wondered if anyone truly understands what this season has been like for you. I need you to hear this clearly now. I understand. I have always understood. I know there are days when you smile, but your heart feels heavy. Days when you keep going, not because you feel strong, but because you don't know how to stop. I have watched you show up when you felt empty. I have seen you choose faith even when doubt whispered loudly. You may feel unnoticed, but every step you took while unsure mattered to me. Every tear you wiped away in private was counted. Every prayer you thought was too small or too broken still reached me. You have been asking yourself if you are doing enough, if you are believing correctly, if you are somehow behind. My child, those questions come from a heart that cares deeply. They do not disqualify you. They reveal your sincerity. I have never measured you by perfection, I have always measured you by your willingness to keep coming back to me, even when you felt weak. I know you've been waiting for clarity, waiting for something to shift, waiting for a sign that tells you that you're not stuck, that you're not forgotten. You have felt like others move forward while you remain in the same place. But what you couldn't see is that I have been working inwardly, shaping you where it matters most. Growth does not always make noise. Sometimes it happens in silence, in endurance, in quiet trust. My child, I recognize the courage it took for you to stay when it would have been easier to walk away. I recognize the discipline it took to keep believing when answers delayed. I recognize the love in your heart that has not grown bitter, even when disappointment knocked more than once. You may feel overlooked, but I have been leaning in closer, not stepping away. Do not misinterpret this season as punishment. It is not. Do not label this waiting as failure. It is not. This has been preparation. I have been strengthening your discernment, deepening your compassion, and grounding your faith. You are not behind. You are becoming. I know you've asked me silently, God, do you still see me? Let me answer you plainly. Yes, I see you right now. I see your effort. I see your confusion. I see your hope, even when it flickers. And I want you to rest in this truth. You are known, you are chosen, and you are not walking through this unseen. Take a breath, my child. Let your heart settle. You do not need to prove anything to me. You do not need to carry this alone. I am here, closer than you feel, and what I am revealing to you will make sense, because I have always been paying attention to you. My child, now that your heart is open, I want to tell you the truth you have been waiting for. Not the version shaped by fear, not the one shaped by impatience, but the truth as I see it. I know my silence confused you. I know you tried to read between moments, searching for meaning in delays and unanswered prayers. Hear me clearly now. My silence was not distance. It was intention. There were things unfolding that you were not ready to see yet. Not because you were weak, but because timing protects what is precious. If I had spoken too soon, you would have tried to carry answers without the strength to hold them. You would have rushed where I was asking you to root yourself. So I waited. I stayed close, even when it felt quiet. The truth is this. I have been working in ways that required privacy. Some growth cannot happen in the open. Some preparation must be hidden. I was aligning circumstances, softening hearts, removing what could harm you later. You thought nothing was happening, but I was doing more than you realized. I was guarding you from outcomes you could not yet discern. You assumed that clarity would come before peace, but I was teaching you that peace can exist even before answers arrive. You assumed movement would feel loud, but I was showing you that real change often begins gently. My ways are not meant to frustrate you, my child. They are meant to preserve you. Here is what you deserve to know. You did not miss your moment. You did not misunderstand me. You did not fail because you are still waiting. The waiting itself has been part of the plan. Every delay refined your discernment. Every unanswered question stretched your trust. And that trust is what you will need for what comes next. I know you feared that my silence meant no. That fear came from not seeing the full picture. But my silence meant not yet, and not yet is not rejection. It is care. Dear family, I want to share something important with you all. Recently, our channel has been demonetized by YouTube, which means we no longer receive any earnings from our videos. Each video takes a lot of time, effort, editing, and resources to create, but we still want to continue spreading these powerful and uplifting messages to you. We truly wish to keep this channel alive and continue our mission, but doing this without any support is becoming very difficult. If our content has ever helped you, inspired you, or supported you in any way, we humbly request your support through Buy Me a Coffee. Even a small contribution helps us continue this journey. The support link is available in the comment section and the description. Thank you for your love, support, and prayers. God bless you. I was protecting you from stepping into something before your heart was ready to handle it with peace instead of pressure. You deserve to know that I have been pleased with your perseverance. Not because you were perfect, but because you stayed soft. You did not harden your heart. You did not walk away when understanding felt out of reach. That matters to me more than you know. The truth is unfolding now because you are ready to hear it without panic. You are ready to receive it without rushing. You are ready to trust me even if every detail is not yet visible. That readiness did not happen overnight. It was built through every quiet moment where you chose to stay. Do not let regret rewrite your story. Do not let fear distort what I am revealing. What I held back was not withheld out of cruelty, but out of love. And now, as I begin to speak more clearly, I want you to understand this deeply. Everything that felt delayed was still on purpose. Stay attentive, my child. The truth is no longer hidden from you. It is being revealed gently, step by step, exactly as your heart can bear it. My child, now listen to me with a steady heart, because what I am about to say is not to frighten you, but to guide you. Truth brings clarity, but it also brings responsibility. As I reveal more to you, I need to gently correct the path your thoughts have been drifting toward. Not because you are wrong for feeling what you feel, but because some conclusions you have drawn are quietly draining your peace. You have been blaming yourself for delays that were never your fault. You have been replaying moments, wondering what you could have done differently, thinking that if you had prayed better, believed harder, or acted sooner, things would already look different. My child, that weight was never meant for you to carry. Self-blame will exhaust you, and exhaustion makes it harder to hear my voice clearly. I also need to warn you about comparison. You have looked at others and assumed they are ahead, more blessed, more favored. You have measured your journey against theirs and questioned your own worth. That comparison is distorting your vision. You cannot see what I am doing in your life if you are constantly watching someone else's path. I designed your timing with care. What fits another will not always fit you. Be careful not to let impatience speak louder than trust. Impatience will try to rush you into decisions I never approved. It will convince you to settle for less just to escape waiting. It will whisper that delayed obedience is better than continued faith. My child, do not move just to feel movement. Stillness with me is safer than motion without me. I say this with love. Guard your heart from bitterness. Waiting too long without understanding can harden even a faithful heart if it is not protected. Bitterness will make you interpret my guidance as restriction instead of protection. It will cause you to hear correction as rejection. That is not who you are becoming. I am shaping you to be wise, not wounded. Let me redirect you gently. Stop assuming the worst when answers take time. Stop rehearsing fears that have not happened. Stop interpreting silence as abandonment. These patterns will only cloud your discernment. You need clarity for what comes next, and clarity requires a calm heart. This is not a rebuke. This is a father placing his hands on your shoulders and steadying you. I want you to walk forward without suspicion, without resentment, without rushing ahead of my timing. Trust that when I close doors, it is not to trap you, but to protect you from rooms that would drain your joy. Course correction does not mean you failed. It means I care enough to guide you before confusion takes root. Adjust your focus. Return your expectations to me. Let go of narratives that make you feel small or behind. You are neither. Stay close, my child. Keep your heart teachable. When you allow me to correct you gently, you avoid wounds that never needed to happen. And as you realign with me, peace will return to places where tension has lived for too long. My child, lift your head now. I know the weight you have been carrying has made you feel tired, but I want you to see yourself the way I see you. You are not fragile the way you think you are. You are not barely holding on. You are stronger than you realize, because strength is not proven by how loud you stand, but by how faithful you remain when everything feels uncertain. You have endured moments that should have broken you, yet you are still here. You have faced disappointment without letting it turn you cold. You have waited without letting hope completely die. That did not happen by accident. I have been strengthening you quietly, building endurance in places no one else could see. Every time you chose not to give up something and you grew steadier. I know you feel tired in a way rest alone does not fix. This kind of tiredness comes from carrying responsibility, expectation, and unanswered questions all at once. But hear me, my child. You are not empty. You are not depleted. You are being sustained by my hand even when you do not feel it. If I were not holding you, you would have stopped long ago. I want you to stop speaking weakness over yourself. Stop calling yourself behind, late, or lacking. Words have weight, and you were never meant to define yourself by a season of waiting. I have placed resilience in you. I have placed patience in you. I have placed discernment in you. These are not signs of delay. They are signs of preparation. When you felt like you had nothing left, I gave you just enough to take one more step. When you thought you couldn't keep believing, I carried your faith for you. That is why you are still standing. That is why your heart is still open. That is why you still care. Do not underestimate what that says about the strength I have formed in you. You may not feel brave, but bravery is continuing when quitting would be easier. You may not feel faithful, but faithfulness is staying when clarity is not yet arrived. You may not feel strong, but strength is choosing trust again after disappointment. By those measures, you are stronger than you think. Let me restore you now. Not by removing everything at once, but by reminding you who you were. You are not overlooked. You are not powerless. You are not forgotten in the middle of your story. I am actively involved in your becoming, and I am not finished with you. Take comfort in this truth, my child. You do not need to force yourself forward. You do not need to prove your endurance. You are allowed to lean on me. My strength does not run out. When yours feels low, mine rises to meet you. Breathe again. Hope again. Not because circumstances have changed yet, but because you are supported by a love that has never let you fall. You are stronger than you feel, and you are held more securely than you know. My child, now I want you to listen without fear, because what I am about to speak is not uncertain. It is not a possibility. It is a promise. I do not speak carelessly, and I do not forget the words I have placed in your heart. What I have promised you still stands, even if the path toward it has looked different than you expected. You have wondered if time has weakened what I said to you. You have questioned whether delays have changed my mind. Hear me clearly. Time does not erase my promises. Waiting does not cancel my intentions. What I begin, I sustain. What I speak, I fulfill. I am not rushed by pressure, and I am not stopped by obstacles you cannot see past. I know you are learning patience in ways you never asked for. I know trusting me has required surrender, not control. But this season hath been teaching you something vital. You are learning to trust my timing, not just my outcome. You are learning that obedience matters even when results are not immediate. That kind of faith will carry you further than quick answers ever could. Here is what I want you to hold on to. I'm aligning things you cannot yet see. I am arranging details you would not know how to manage on your own. I am preparing you and what is ahead of you at the same time. Nothing is being wasted. Nothing is stalled. Everything is moving according to my wisdom, not your worry. Dear family, I want to share something important with you all. Recently, our channel has been demonetized by YouTube, which means we no longer receive any earnings from our videos. Each video takes a lot of time, effort, editing, and resources to create, but we still want to continue spreading these powerful and uplifting messages to you. We truly wish to keep this channel alive and continue our mission, but doing this without any support is becoming very difficult. If our content has ever helped you, inspired you, or supported you in any way, we humbly request your support through Buy Me a Coffee. Even a small contribution helps us continue this journey. The support link is available in the comment section and the description. Thank you for your love, support, and prayers. God bless you. My promise to you is not just about what is coming. It is about who you are becoming along the way. I am forming peace in you that will not collapse when circumstances change. I am forming discernment in you that will protect you from rushing into the wrong things. I am forming trust in you that will anchor you when life feels uncertain again. Do not mistake slowness for absence. I am present in every step, even the quiet ones. Do not mistake testing for rejection. I refine what I value, and you are deeply valued. I would not invest this much care into you if I did not have purpose ahead. I promise you this: when what I have spoken comes to pass, you will understand why it could not have happened sooner. You will see how every delay guarded you. You will recognize how every closed door redirected you. And you will thank me not just for the blessing, but for the timing of it. Trust me a little longer, my child. Not blindly, but confidently. I have not brought you this far to leave you uncertain. I have not taught you to listen just to remain silent forever. My promises are unfolding, layer by layer, moment by moment. Rest in this assurance tonight. You are not waiting in vain. You are not hoping without foundation. I am faithful, and what I have promised you will arrive exactly when your heart is ready to receive it with peace instead of fear. My child, now that you have heard me, there is a moment before you that matters. Revelation always invites a response. Not pressure, not fear, but a decision of the heart. I am not asking you to rush. I am asking you to choose where you will place your trust from this point forward. You have listened. You have recognized yourself in my words. Now I want you to release what you have been gripping too tightly. Release the need to control every outcome. Release the habit of replaying what has already passed. Release the fear that whispers that if you don't act fast, you will lose everything. That fear is not from me. I do not guide through panic. I guide through peace. This is the moment where faith becomes active. Faith is not only believing that I can do something. Faith is choosing to rest when you do not yet see it. Faith is continuing to walk with me without demanding explanations for every step. I am inviting you into that kind of trust now. Decide today to stop interpreting your life through anxiety. Decide to pray instead of rehearse worry. Decide to listen for my voice rather than the noise of opinions around you. These decisions may seem small, but they shape the direction of your heart. And the direction of your heart determines how clearly you recognize me when I move. I am asking you to step forward internally, even if nothing changes externally yet. Choose obedience in the quiet. Choose patience when impatience rises. Choose hope when doubt tries to speak louder. These are not passive choices. They are powerful alignments with my will. My child, I am not waiting for you to become fearless. I am waiting for you to trust me more than you trust your fear. Fear will always demand proof before peace. I ask you to choose peace before proof. That is where transformation begins. If you feel uncertain, talk to me. If you feel tired, lean on me. If you feel confused, pause with me. You do not need perfect words. You do not need long prayers. A willing heart is enough. I meet you in sincerity, not performance. This is also the moment to let go of old expectations that no longer fit where I am leading you. Some things you hoped for were stepping stones, not destinations. Trust me when I redirect you. Trust me when I reshape your desires. I do not remove things to leave you empty. I remove them to make room for what is better aligned with who you are becoming. Activation does not always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like quiet surrender. Sometimes it looks like choosing not to react the way you used to. Sometimes it looks like staying faithful when no one applauds you. Do not underestimate these moments. Heaven pays attention to what the world overlooks. So decide now, my child. Stay open. Stay listening. Stay willing. Walk forward with me, not ahead of me. I am leading you somewhere safe, purposeful, and full of peace. And this choice you make today is preparing your heart to receive what is coming next. My child, come and rest now. Let your heart be still for a moment and allow what I have spoken to settle within you. You have listened with sincerity, and I want to close this time together by wrapping you in peace. Not the kind of peace that depends on answers or outcomes, but the kind that comes from knowing you are held, guided, and deeply loved. You now understand what you needed to know. Not every detail, not every step ahead, but enough to trust me with what is unfolding. I wanted you to hear my heart before anything else changes, because peace must come before progress. When you move forward with peace, you will recognize my hand more clearly and follow my lead without fear. Remember this, my child. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not standing still while nothing happens. You are walking through a season that is shaping you gently and intentionally. Everything you have felt, every question you have carried, every tear you have wiped away has been seen by me. None of it was wasted. I know there is still anticipation in your heart. I know part of you is still waiting to see how things will unfold. That is okay. You do not need to force certainty. You only need to remain connected to me. I will guide you step by step, moment by moment, in ways that will not overwhelm you. As you leave this message, do not return to the heaviness you carried before. Lay it down. You were never meant to hold it alone. Trust that I am already ahead of you, preparing what you cannot yet see. Trust that when the next step becomes clear, you will recognize it with calm assurance, not anxiety. Let hope rise again, quietly and steadily. Not the fragile hope that depends on timelines, but the strong hope rooted in my faithfulness. I am not finished with your story. What I am doing will bring understanding, healing, and joy in time. Until then, you are safe to rest in me. If this message brought peace to your heart, stay connected. Like this video as a quiet agreement with what I have spoken over you. Leave a comment and tell me what part touched you most, because I listen when you speak from your heart. Share this message with 3 people who may be waiting silently, just like you were, because no one should feel alone in their waiting. And my child, remain close. Subscribe so you do not miss what I will speak next. I have more to say, more to reveal, and more comfort to give you as you continue forward. This is not the end of our conversation. It is a gentle pause, a moment of peace before the next step unfolds. Go now with a settled heart. Carry calm instead of fear. Carry trust instead of worry. I am with you. I am guiding you, and I will continue to speak to you exactly when you need to hear me. Rest in that truth, my child. Dear family, I want to share something important with you all. Recently, our channel has been demonetized by YouTube, which means we no longer receive any earnings from our videos. Each video takes a lot of time, effort, editing, and resources to create, but we still want to continue spreading these powerful and uplifting messages to you. We truly wish to keep this channel alive and continue our mission, but doing this without any support is becoming very difficult. If our content has ever helped you, inspired you, or supported you in any way, we humbly request your support through Buy Me a Coffee. Even a small contribution helps us continue this journey. The support link is available in the comment section and the description. Thank you for your love, support, and prayers. God bless you. My child, look at me. Right now. Pause where you are and lift your eyes to my face. I am speaking with purpose, not noise. This is not another passing thought or another video in a long list. This is a moment I arranged, and I am asking you to treat it as sacred. Do not hurry past my voice. I know your mind is busy and your heart is tired. You have been carrying decisions, delays, and doubts like heavy bags. You tell yourself you will come back later, when things calm down, when you feel ready, when you have more time. But later has become a place you hide, and you know it. Listen to me, my child. Some opportunities do not return in the same shape. Some doors open softly, and they close quietly when they are ignored. Not because I stop loving you, but because seasons move, hearts harden, and distractions steal courage. I am calling you to attention because this is a window, and it is open now. If you feel a sudden stillness, that is me. If you feel a gentle warning in your spirit, that is me. I am not here to frighten you, but to wake you. You have prayed for change, for direction, for breakthrough. I am showing you the next step, and I need you to stay present long enough to recognize it. So do not skip. Do not let your eyes wander while your soul is hungry. Give me these minutes the way you would give me a prayer. And if you choose to listen, show it. Like this message as a small yes in your heart. Share it with 3 people who need courage today. Comment what you sense me saying to you. I am drawing a line between comfort and calling. Comfort tells you to wait until you feel fearless. Calling asks you to trust me while you still feel weak. I am not asking you to have every detail. I am asking you to look at me, because when you keep your eyes on me, you will not be led by fear. I am not condemning you for the times you hesitated. I am exposing what had been stealing your momentum. The fear of failing, the fear of being seen, the fear of trusting me and still facing resistance. But I have already gone ahead of you. I will not call you and abandon you. You have felt this before, that inner pull to move, to speak, to forgive, to apply, to start again. And each time, you told yourself there would be another chance. My child, hear me with tenderness. Do not gamble with what I place before you. What I am offering is connected to your future, and it requires response. Take a breath. Let the noise fade. I am right here, closer than you think. Let your heart soften instead of defending itself. Let your faith rise instead of making excuses. Stay with me through this message, because I will guide you step by step. Look at me, my child. Do not let this opportunity pass again. My child, I see you more clearly than you see yourself. I know what you carry into each day and what keeps you awake at night. I know the thoughts you never speak and the questions you are afraid to ask. You have wondered if I notice how hard you are trying, how often you stop and start, how many times you feel torn between hope and hesitation. I want you to know this first. Nothing about you is hidden from me. I see the weight of confusion you have been living under. I see how you stand at the edge of decisions, wanting to move but afraid of choosing wrong. You replay old moments in your mind, thinking about what you should have done differently. You question your timing, your courage, your worth. My child, I have watched every tear you swallowed and every prayer you whispered when words felt too heavy to say aloud. I know you feel behind. You look at others and wonder why their paths seem clearer, their steps more confident. You feel like you missed something important along the way, like you arrived late to your own life. But hear me gently. You are not forgotten, and you are not disqualified. I have not removed my hand from you just because you struggled to trust me before. I see how fear has tried to shape your decisions. Fear of failing again. Fear of being disappointed. Fear of stepping out and being exposed. You tell yourself that caution is wisdom, but deep down you know fear has been the loudest voice. I do not judge you for that. I understand how pain teaches the heart to protect itself. But I want you to know that protection has slowly become a prison. I also see your longing. Even in your doubt, you still desire purpose. You still want to obey me. You still want to become who I created you to be. That longing is not weakness. It is evidence that my spirit has not stopped working in you. The fact that you are listening right now tells me your heart is still open. My child, I have never confused your delay with disinterest. I know the difference between rebellion and fear. I know when silence comes from stubbornness and when it comes from exhaustion. I have been patient with you because I love you, not because I lowered my standards for your life. You are not a burden to me. You are not an afterthought. You are not too complicated for my plans. I chose you knowing every flaw, every hesitation, every moment you would struggle to believe in yourself. And I chose you still, to let your shoulders relax. You do not have to prove anything to me in this moment. You are already seen, already known, already called. Stay with me. I am not finished speaking to your heart. My child, I want you to understand what is happening beneath the surface of this moment. You have asked me for direction, and now you are feeling the weight of an invitation. That is not confusion. That is not pressure from people. That is my spirit making you aware that time and purpose are meeting right now. I am not rushing you. I am revealing truth to you. Not every opportunity is the same, and not every door is meant to stay open forever. I am a God of mercy, but I am also a God of seasons. There are moments I appoint, windows I arrange, and paths I prepare. When I bring an opportunity to you, it is not a random test. It is a step connected to the future I have been shaping in secret. You have believed that you can always return later, that you can delay obedience without cost. But hear me, my child, delay does not always look dangerous at first. It often looks like waiting for the right time. Yet sometimes what you call wisdom is actually fear wearing a calm voice. And fear will always ask you to wait until you feel completely sure. Here is the truth. Faith is not certainty before you move. Faith is trust while you move. You keep thinking confidence must come first, but confidence often follows obedience. When you take the step I ask, clarity begins to rise. When you stay still, your mind tries to solve what can only be understood by walking with me. I want to correct something gently. You assume that if something is for me, it will feel easy. But many of my greatest invitations come with trembling hands and a racing heart. Growth rarely feels comfortable. Calling does not always arrive with perfect conditions. Sometimes it arrives when you feel unprepared, because that is when you learn to lean on me instead of leaning on yourself. My child, I already know your weakness. I already know what you fear. I already know the places you doubt your ability. I am not surprised by your past mistakes or your slow progress. If I am speaking now, it is because I have already made provision for the parts you think you lack. My grace is not waiting for you to become flawless. My grace is present to strengthen you as you obey. Do not misunderstand me. I am not condemning you for yesterday. I am inviting you to live awake today. You are not called to live endlessly analyzing, endlessly preparing, endlessly postponing. I did not create you just to survive. I created you to follow my lead, step by step, even when the path is not fully visible. So let this truth settle in you. Opportunities are often answers to prayers, and answers require response. I am opening something before you, and your yes is the key that turns the lock. Not because I am harsh, but because relationship is real. Love listens, and love responds. Look at me, my child. This moment matters. Do not wait for perfect feelings. Hold my hand, trust my voice, and let your obedience become the beginning of your understanding. Dear family, I want to share something important with you all. Recently, our channel has been demonetized by YouTube, which means we no longer receive any earnings from our videos. Each video takes a lot of time, effort, editing, and resources to create, but we still want to continue spreading these powerful and uplifting messages to you. We truly wish to keep this channel alive and continue our mission, but doing this without any support is becoming very difficult. If our content has ever helped you, inspired you, or supported you in any way, we humbly request your support through Buy Me a Coffee. Even a small contribution helps us continue this journey. The support link is available in the comment section and the description. Thank you for your love, support, and prayers. God bless you. My child, listen to me with an open heart, because what I am about to say is not meant to wound you, but to protect you. I speak as a loving father who sees the road ahead, not just the step in front of you. I need to gently correct something before it quietly leads you away from what I have prepared. Be careful not to mistake comfort for confirmation. Comfort will always invite you to stay where you are, even when where you are is slowly shrinking your faith. It will tell you that safety is found in what is familiar, even if familiar is draining your joy. I am warning you because I see how comfort has softened your urgency and dulled your responsiveness. Do not let distractions speak louder than my prompting. You have filled your days with noise, responsibilities, and reasonable excuses. None of them look sinful, but they have become effective at keeping you still. Distraction rarely announces itself as danger. It comes quietly, convincing you that now is not the right time, that tomorrow will be better, that you should wait until you feel stronger. Hear me clearly, my child. Delay can slowly turn into disobedience when you already know what I am asking. I do not say this to shame you. I say it to rescue you. You have felt my nudge before, and you talked yourself out of it. You convinced yourself that waiting was wisdom, when in truth, fear was guiding your pause. I am not asking you to run ahead of me, but I am warning you not to stay behind me. When I move with purpose. When I speak, I expect attention. Ignoring my direction does not make life safer. He only makes it smaller. I do not want you to look back later and realize that hesitation cost you peace, growth, and alignment with me. Be careful not to spiritualize avoidance. Saying you are praying about it while refusing to act on what you already know can harden your heart over time. Prayer is meant to draw you closer to obedience, not replace it. I desire relationship, not delay disguised as devotion. I also want to warn you about fear pretending to be humility. You tell yourself you are not ready, not capable, not qualified. But I did not ask you to rely on your strength. I asked you to trust mine. When you refuse to move because you feel weak, you are forgetting who walks with you. My child, I correct you because I love you. I do not want fear to decide your future. I do not want hesitation to steal moments that were meant to shape you. I am calling you to awareness, to honesty, to courage rooted in trust. So pause and examine your heart with me. Ask yourself what has been holding you back, and do not hide it from me. I already know. Let my warning feel like a hand on your shoulder, gently turning you back toward the path. I am not angry with you. I am guiding you. Stay close and let my correction lead you forward, not away. My child, come closer and let me speak strength into the places where you feel weak. I know you have been carrying the quiet belief that you are not enough, that you are behind, that you missed your moment and now must live with the consequences. I want you to release that thought right now. It did not come from me. I have never measured your life by speed or perfection. I measure it by trust and willingness. You are stronger than you think, not because of what you can do, but because of who stands with you. I have watched you endure things you never thought you would survive. I have seen you keep going when your heart felt tired and your faith felt thin. Do not dismiss that resilience. I have been forming strength in you through every challenge you faced. I know you sometimes look at your flaws and think they disqualify you. You focus on what you lack instead of what I supply. But my child, I have never required perfection from you. I have always required surrender. I work best with hearts that are honest, not impressive. I move powerfully through those who know they need me. You are not too weak to answer my call. Weakness is not a barrier to me. Pride is. When you admit you cannot do this alone, you make room for my strength to rise within you. I do not ask you to be fearless. I ask you to trust me even while fear whispers. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is choosing obedience despite it. I want you to hear this clearly. I would not place this opportunity before you if I had not already equipped you for it. You may not feel ready, but readiness is not a feeling. It is a decision to rely on me. I am not waiting for you to become someone else. I am calling you as you are. Know and I will grow you as you go. Lift your head, my child. You are not walking alone. I am beside you, steady and faithful. When you stumble, I will hold you. When you doubt, I will remind you. When you grow tired, I will renew you. You do not have to carry the weight of the outcome. That belongs to me. Your part is obedience, one step at a time. I see potential in you that you struggle to see in yourself. I see strength forming where you see fragility. I see purpose unfolding where you see uncertainty. Do not underestimate what I can do through a willing heart. Do not limit my work by focusing on your limitations. So breathe deeply and let my words settle into you. You are capable because I am with you. You are steady because I am holding you. You are moving forward because I am leading you. Take courage, my child. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are being strengthened right now, and what lies ahead will reveal just how much I have been preparing you for this moment. My child, I want you to rest in what I am about to say, because these are not empty words. These are promises spoken from my heart to yours. When I invite you forward, I do not send you alone. When I ask you to trust me, I do not leave you unsupported. I am faithful, even when you feel unsure. I promise you this: if you step forward in obedience, I will walk with you. I will not disappear once you say yes. I will not grow silent once you begin. I will guide your steps, even when the path feels unfamiliar. You may not see everything at once, but you will never take a step without my presence beside you. I know you worry about making the wrong choice. You fear that one mistake could ruin everything. But my child, I am greater than your missteps. I am able to redirect, to correct, to restore. I am not fragile. My plans for you are not easily broken. When your heart is turned toward me, I can work even through imperfect obedience. I promise to give you strength when your energy runs low. There will be moments when you feel tired, uncertain, or overwhelmed. In those moments, I will not demand more than you can give. I will renew you. I will remind you why you began. I will lift you when you feel weak. You do not need to store up strength for the future. I provide it daily. I also promise provision. You worry about resources, about timing, about whether you will have what you need. I see those concerns, and I have already gone ahead of you. I am not careless with your life. I know what obedience will require, and I prepare accordingly. Trust me to supply what aligns with my will. Hear this assurance clearly: obedience never puts you outside my care. Even when the outcome looks different than you imagined, my hand remains steady over you. Dear family, I want to share something important with you all. Recently, our channel has been demonetized by YouTube, which means we no longer receive any earnings from our videos. Each video takes a lot of time, effort, editing, and resources to create, but we still want to continue spreading these powerful and uplifting messages to you. We truly wish to keep this channel alive and continue our mission, but doing this without any support is becoming very difficult. If our content has ever helped you, inspired you, or supported you in any way, we humbly request your support through Buy Me a Coffee. Even a small contribution helps us continue this journey. The support link is available in the comment section and the description. Thank you for your love, support, and prayers. God bless you. I do not promise ease, but I do promise purpose. I do not promise absence of struggle, but I do promise meaning and growth through every step. You have waited for certainty before, hoping to feel completely at peace before moving. But peace often comes while walking, not while standing still. As you obey, clarity will grow. As you trust, confidence will rise. As you follow me, fear will lose its grip. This is how faith matures. My child, I keep my word. I have never failed to honor a heart that seeks me sincerely. I am not rushing you, but I am reassuring you. You are safe to trust me. You are secure in my hands. What I am asking of you is not beyond my ability to sustain you. So let my promises quiet your worries. Let my assurance steady your heart. I am with you now, and I will be with you in what comes next. You can move forward without fear, knowing that I go before you. I walk beside you, and I remain faithful to the end. My child, now we arrive at a sacred point. This is the moment where listening turns into choosing. Up to now, you have been receiving, understanding, feeling my presence. But faith is not completed by hearing alone. Faith comes alive when you decide to respond. I am not forcing you. I am inviting you. An invitation always requires an answer. I know part of you is still waiting for one last sign, one last confirmation that removes all doubt. But hear me gently. If I removed every trace of uncertainty, trust would no longer be needed. I am asking you to step forward not because everything is clear, but because you know who is calling you. Relationship is built here, in the choosing. This is where fear will try to speak louder. It will remind you of past failures, of moments you stepped out and felt disappointed. It will tell you that staying still is safer, that waiting protects you from pain. But I want you to see this clearly. Staying still when I am calling you forward is not safety. It is avoidance. And avoidance slowly drains life from your spirit. So I ask you now, my child, to decide in your heart. Will you trust me more than your fear? Will you believe my voice over the noise of doubt? Will you allow faith to move you, even if your hands are shaking? This decision does not need to be loud or dramatic. It needs to be honest. You do not have to figure out the whole path today. You do not need to solve tomorrow or next year. I am not asking for a lifetime commitment in one breath. I am asking for one obedient step. One yes. One moment where you stop negotiating and start trusting. Pray with me in your heart right now. Tell me where you are afraid. Tell me where you feel unsure. Tell me what you are holding back. I am not offended by your honesty. I welcome it. Surrender does not mean you feel brave. It means you choose me even when you do not. This is an activation moment because something shifts when you decide. Heaven responds to willing hearts. Movement begins when obedience is chosen. The atmosphere around you changes when faith becomes action. You may not feel it immediately, but something is aligning when you say yes to me. Do not wait for another moment like this to come around in the same way. I am speaking now because this decision unlocks what comes next. It is not about perfection. It is about direction. Turn your heart fully toward me and say, I trust you. That simple surrender carries great power. So choose, my child. Choose trust over delay. Choose obedience over comfort. Choose faith over fear. I am right here, watching with love, ready to guide your next step. This is not the end of the message. This is the beginning of movement. Stay with me, and let your decision shape the future I am leading you into. My child, now rest for a moment in my presence. Let everything you have heard settle gently into your heart. You do not need to rush away from this space. You are safe here with me. I want to leave you with peace, not pressure, with assurance, not anxiety. What I have spoken to you was not meant to weigh you down. It was meant to lift you up and align you with truth. Remember what this message has been about. I asked you to look at me, because when your eyes are fixed on me, confusion loses its power. I warned you not to let this opportunity pass again, not because I am impatient, but because I love you too much to let fear quietly steal what was meant to grow you. This was not about condemnation for yesterday. This was about clarity for today. I want you to know that no matter how you feel right now, I am pleased that you stayed. I am pleased that you listened. I am pleased that you allowed your heart to be open. Even that is an act of faith. You are not leaving this moment empty-handed. You are leaving with awareness, with direction, and with my peace resting on you. You may still have questions. You may still feel a little unsure about how everything will unfold. But it is okay. Peace does not mean you have all the answers. Peace means you trust the one who does. I am not asking you to carry the future on your shoulders. I am asking you to walk with me, one step at a time, knowing I will guide you. As you move forward, remember this. You are not late. You are not behind. You are not overlooked. You are right where I can speak to you, shape you, and lead you. Do not replay this message with fear. Carry it with hope. Let it remind you that I am involved, attentive, and faithful. When doubts try to return, come back to this truth. I am with you. When hesitation tries to rise again, remember this moment of clarity. When you feel tempted to delay, remember that obedience brings life, not loss. You are walking into growth, not danger. Before you go, I gently invite you to respond, not out of obligation, but out of agreement. If my words spoke to your heart, like this video is a simple act of faith, share it with 3 people who may be standing at their own crossroads, unsure of what to do next. Comment what I spoke to you today, even if it is brief. Your response matters more than you realize, not just for you, but for others I am reaching through you. Stay connected, my child. Stay attentive. Stay close. I am not finished with you. What lies ahead is shaped by trust, guided by love, and covered by my peace. Lift your heart with confidence as you go. I am walking with you, and I will continue to lead you into what is next. Dear family, I want to share something important with you all. Recently, our channel has been demonetized by YouTube, which means we no longer receive any earnings from our videos. Each video takes a lot of time, effort, editing, and resources to create, but we still want to continue spreading these powerful and uplifting messages to you. We truly wish to keep this channel alive and continue our mission, but doing this without any support is becoming very difficult. If our content has ever helped you, inspired you, or supported you in any way, we humbly request your support through Buy Me a Coffee. Even a small contribution helps us continue this journey. The support link is available in the comment section and the description. Thank you for your love, support, and prayers. God bless you.